Hello, my name is Kim Ifrey, and my unit is going to be, my topic for my unit is going to be safety. My attention getter is going to be with us up front in a circle at the front of with our board and everything. I'm going to ask the children, what is this word? And they'll raise their hand and someone will guess it, and I'll say safety. Well, safety, what does that word safety mean to you? I want to hear what you guys think about the word safety. When you think of the word safety, what comes into your mind? And then I want to hear what they have to say. So we'll have a chance to have a conversation about safety. And then I'm going to tell them, we're going to do a few weeks, and our topic in the next couple weeks is going to be safety. And we're going to cover this in three different categories, three categories. And I'm going to tell them this week we're going to talk about what can I do to keep safe. I'm going to ask them, what do you guys think you can do? You're first graders, you're getting big, and think of places where you are. Where do you spend your time? And I want to hear what they have to say. Okay, home, school, whatever. Think about where you are, where you just mentioned, and think about how can I make sure that I'm safe where I am. So I want to conversate again with that. And then I want to tell them, listen, I brought in, first of all, I wanted to say, this is going to be a chart that we're going to be charting throughout the whole unit. We're going to have the KWL chart, and we're going to talk about what do you know about safety, and we're going to make sure that we list what they know already about being safe. For this week, we're going to do a KWL chart for each category. So we'll keep track of that. Then I want to know what you guys want to learn. What do you want to know about safety? What don't you know that you were interested in? And I want to hear what they have to say, and we'll make sure we chart that. And at the very end, we'll put down here, what did you guys learn about how you can be safe, or what can you do to be safe? What did you learn? And so we're going to keep track of that. Just wanted to show you that this will be, if it was a classroom, this would be a little bit bigger. This would be for a bulletin board, and this would be like a double poster. And after we're all done at the end of the unit, I'm going to explain to them that this is going to be a poster that we're going to actually share with our parents when they come in. I'm going to tell the kids that when we're done, we're going to send a letter to the parents to invite them to come in to share if anybody has a job that they keep people safe, or anybody that's professional that does work that help people keep safe. We're going to invite them in, and we're going to show them what we have learned about, what can I do to keep safe, and rules to keep me safe in my home, school, and neighborhood, and who helps keep me safe. And we're going to use newspaper and magazines, so pictures, keywords, and we're going to fill this all in. Of course, it would be bigger if I had a bulletin board. And they're going to make a poster as a class. This also here, we will definitely have a word wall for our whole unit. And what we're going to do is, as we read stories and we talk about things, and we do projects, we're going to start using the words that come up most often, and we're going to start putting them on a word wall so that when they're doing their writing, that they'll be able to look up here and say, oh yeah, we were talking about safety, that's how you spell it. And words that we're becoming familiar with, we're going to use them on our word wall, and we're going to we're going to start to learn those words, and we're going to start to make them useful in the classroom. I'm going to tell them that this first week, after we've done all of what they know and what they want to know, I'm going to tell them that this week we're going to talk about the importance of 911. And I found a really nice video on YouTube about 911. It's called Inpatient Pamela Calls 911. And the reason why I like this video and the book's read by a fireman, so I love that. And the beginning of the video, they take the children into a 911 call center, and they let the people in the call center talk about what goes on inside the center, how they receive phone calls, what the children should know. They should know their phone number, they should know their address, and they show them how to stay on the line and keep talking to the dispatcher. And so it's a lot of really good information, and it's a really good video. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I just want to show the very beginning. So this is how it starts.
Good morning, schoolers. I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm Leslie Adam, the Southern Manatee Fire Rescue, and we're here today at Manatee County's Emergency Communications Center. It's 911. It's where the calls come in when you dial that important number. So come on, let's go in and talk to some of the people who work here. So here we are in the Emergency Communications Center, where you call 911, and we're with
Tanya.
and what is your job?
I answer 911 emergency calls. When somebody calls and has an emergency,
Okay.
they pick up the phone and call 911.
And you are their first contact when they dial that number, correct?
Yes.
And what important questions are you going to ask that you need answers to?
The most important question that we
I didn't want to go through it, but I just wanted to show a little bit of an example of how they start from the beginning, introduce the children to 911, and I thought this would be a really nice video to start out with because that's the first topic that we're going to start out with for this week on what can I do to keep safe. And this is really important. This is something that all the children can learn to do to keep themselves safe if they learn how to use 911. It also is a nice little jump to get the kids really to learn important things like their address, their phone number, and of course how to use emergency 911. So the activity that we would do for this week or this day when I introduce the topic of safety would be, we're going to make a cell phone, and all it is just styrofoam foam, the craft foam, and just stickers that I would pass out, and the children would number. I would show them my cell phone as a sample, and they would just make their numbers, and they would have a sample of how to do that. This is what's on a keypad, and we're going to personalize it so they can do anything they want with the top here, but they're going to put their name and put that would be, so I said Miss Kim's cell phone, so they would have an example of the front of it, and that's how it would go. And on the back of it, it would be emergency 911, emergency call 911, and then the important number. I would tell the children that before we started this, I sent a letter out to the parents already, let them know what we're doing, and I asked the parents, what is the most important phone number you would like your child to memorize, because a lot of us don't have landlines anymore. So it's very important that we have at least this one phone number, that all children would have that one important phone number from their family that their family wants them to know. So they would have the important phone number, which would be any number their parents picked, and then their address. And so we would keep these in the class while we cover this whole topic of safety, and we would use this as practice. We have a little bit of time, we would get in a circle, and we would call. We would call maybe each other, or let them get a chance to actually do it out loud, call their number. And maybe practice a little bit of 911 calls, like have them pretend they're one's the dispatcher and one's calling for an emergency, and just to have a little bit of fun with that. So that would be the activity that we would do to kick it off, our topic on safety. I think I covered everything. I hope I did. So that's it. All right.